Distinguished Assistant Director General Gabriela Ramos, actually, querida Gabriela, my dear colleagues, excellencies, ambassadors to UNESCO, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, and dear youth, because I see that you are many in the room and I'm very happy. Today we come together not just to mark the World Philosophy Day, but to engage with something far deeper. Philosophy's power to transform our societies. We are called to reflect on a fundamental matter. What does it mean to be human? And how we can address the divides that fracture our shared humanity. In this room, we represent nations diverse in language, culture, and experience, yet we all grapple with the same pressing question. How can we bridge the gaps that divide us? Gaps of wealth and opportunity, trust and understanding, access and dignity. Philosophy, at its core, compels us to pause and ask, why do these gaps exist? What kind of world are we building? And most of all, who is left behind? These are not abstract questions. They are urgent calls for action for every government and society represented in this room. Philosophy matters because it teaches us to think critically about systems of exclusion and inequality, and to examine not only what is, but imagine what could be. For member states here at UNESCO, this is an opportunity to move beyond rhetoric and towards meaningful, equitable change. But philosophy also does something even more profound, and I would say even more important. It connects us. It reminds us of the shared human values that transcend borders: justice, dignity, solidarity. These are not luxuries. They are foundations, building mutual respect for our differences, trust and understanding, and ultimately peace. Philosophy nurtures dialogue, creating space where differences can coexist and where collective solutions can emerge. And we must bring these principles into the heart of our policies, into the heart of our education systems and global cooperation. And in this context, I would like to recall here the importance of the UNESCO recommendation on education for peace, human rights, and sustainable development, adopted by the General Conference at its latest session in November 2023, under my presidency, and I'm very proud of it. When we teach philosophy, especially to the young minds also present in the room, and I hope around the globe, we cultivate critical thinkers and empathetic leaders who understand that bridging social gaps is not just an ethical obligation. It is what sustains our shared humanity. And we must ensure that our teachers, our educators, particularly philosophy teachers, are well equipped for inspiring such transformational change, for shaping young minds and guiding students to grapple with complex moral and ethical questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, I need to say that UNESCO's mission is grounded on the visionary principles of its constitution. And we recently celebrated a very important anniversary of the constitution. And the constitution reminds us something, and I will give you actually a quote which is maybe much less popular than its first sentence, but at least as meaningful as that sentence. That this organization was built on the firm belief of its member states in the, and I quote, unrestricted pursuit of truth and in the free exchange of ideas and knowledge for the purpose of mutual understanding and truer and more perfect knowledge of each other's lives for peace, trust, and mutual understanding, unquote. Today's celebration of the World Philosophy Day, bringing together prominent thinkers from around the world, and we have a wonderful example here on the stage, is a powerful example of how UNESCO fulfills this mission. And it is quite a noble one. As we recently marked a century since the creation of the International Institute of Intellectual Cooperation, which is UNESCO's precursor, today's event actually also reaffirms key insights from this milestone event. Emphasis on critical thinking and ethical reflection is key to driving interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary approaches essential to addressing humanity's most pressing concerns. By fostering dialogue on inclusivity, philosophy challenges us to rethink societal structures, ensuring that women, youth, disadvantaged groups, minorities, and indigenous people actively shape global intellectual cooperation. So let today be therefore a celebration, yes, but also a call to infuse philosophical thought into our actions as nations. Together, we can ensure that no gap is too wide for dialogue to cross, and no division too deep for understanding to heal. Thank you.